without further ado, because I know y'all really came here for, King Randall from Raise to Love. Woo! Is y'all with us?
There you go.
How y'all doing?
How you doing? I can't hear you. Can we turn him up a little?
I still can't hear me?
Yeah, there we go. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
Man, we having a good time.
I see. I appreciate y'all for having me.
Listen, we appreciate you for coming on and joining us on this fine fall back time Monday.
Lord have mercy. Where you at?
I'm in Miami.
So the weather is always nice. So
yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So what's the weather right there now?
Probably about the same. I heard it's about 80 at home right now, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So like this is the best time of year to be here. It ranges from 84, 86 degrees all the way through like January. So best time to be here. The best 6 months.
See, that's what I'm saying. This is why I love Miami.
But you said back at home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't say less. I already know where you.
Well, again, thank you so very much, Randall King, aka King Randall, for joining us tonight. For those people that may not have watched the show, which I don't know why, but for those people that may not have watched the show, if you could just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Let's see where to start. So first of all, I was born in Washington, D.C., as you was alluding to just a moment ago. Raised in Peachey County. I grew up in Sea Pleasant, Maryland. Everything I've done everything there. From I went to Largo High School. I ended up going to Montgomery College before transferring, playing basketball down in Claflin in South Carolina. I'm just a regular guy, I would say. Super caring, friendly guy. Is the best way I could describe myself.
I love it.
That's some good stuff.
I love it.
Now,
he local.
Right now, I know where the calm and the swag come from.
Yeah. Now you know.
I know.
Now you know. So, what made you decide to go on the show Ready to Love?
Honestly, it kind of fell in my lap, to be quite honest. I felt like moving to Miami was a big risk for me. And I love being home. It's nothing like being home in the DMV area, and everything was going well for me. And I just wanted to do more. And Miami was one of those cities where I will always go to when I got frustrated, even if it was just to come here for 2 days and sit by the water. So I made it one of my goals to move here, right? So I did that, and I'm rolling the dice. I'm doing things that make myself uncomfortable. What I should have said when you told me to describe myself is that I am very private. I do not like being the center of attention at all. It's not my thing. I'm very low key, intimate type of dude. With that being said, when this was presented to me, I decided to keep rolling the dice. Coming here was all about being uncomfortable, so I went along with it.
Man, uncomfortable, man. That's a hard thing to do right there. That's a hard thing to do.
I mean, to hear that you are, a low-key private person, like that had to be really outside of your comfort zone to do something like that. That's literally like the total opposite end of the spectrum.
Man, I can't even explain it. Until you sit down and you see how many cameras are around you, no way of preparing for that.
Was there any point where you were like, okay, I don't think I want to do this anymore?
Oh yeah, immediately. Immediately.
Like, what did I get myself to?
I remember my first scene to this day where all I had to do was get out the truck. It was the most nerve-wracking thing possible, because now I'm like, all right, don't get out this truck and fall. In front of all these cameras, like, please don't do
it. Damn, so it's pretty invasive.
So you're from here, and I understand your personality. I'm from here too. Laid back, you jumped out there, you felt that nervousness. What settled you in?
Honestly, my first conversation, it took me a long time to get settled. If you watch the show, the first episode is a mixer. And in the mixer is when you kind of like make your presence be felt, but they like sprinkle you in one by one. It's not like you walk in the room at the same time as everyone else. They pick and choose who's going to go in. You basically got a number. And I was the 5th person in. So I'm an Aquarius, right? So I'm a thinker. So in my head, I'm trying to plan everything, right? Trying to make sure I don't fall when I get out of this Tahoe. Immediately I get out awkward, right? So now I'm trying to play it off, put my shorts down. I gotta walk through the mansion to get to the outside. So as I'm walking, I'm like, it's almost like a horror movie, right? The hallway just gets longer and longer. You know, I'm trying not to sweat. You know, and the producer stops me real quick, you know, fixing my shirt. So I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna walk out. And I said the story a couple of times. I'm like, I'm gonna grab the champagne real smooth, right? Grab the champagne real smooth, and I'm gonna make my way to the table. As soon as I get out there, I grab apple cider. So I already messed up. I already messed up. So now I'm just trying to play it off. Like, okay, do not trip over your feet. Don't do anything. So I really didn't get calm until I sat down. I was the 5th person in. And I sat down, and April was the first person to engage with me. Now, Samson, Tranika, and Justice was also out there, but she started talking to me immediately. She's really into fitness, like all the way. So that was common ground, and that's what she settled me all the way down.
Oh my God.
What's up?
Yeah.
God. What's up. I mean, like, you know what? This is interesting because we've interviewed other people from not this season, but the franchise. And I've never heard anyone say or talk about that part of it where it's like, I could see myself being the same way. Okay, Omika, do not mess up. Omika, do not do this. Because I'm a perfectionist too. So I could see myself really like being in the moment, like trying to make sure that I do everything right. But then I can't even fathom being that way. But then you got all these cameras on you.
Yeah.
It has to be like a lot of pressure.
You don't know until you walk outside, because like all of the pressure I was putting on myself was nothing until I got outside. And then I walk outside, they got cameras on the roof, man. It's cameras on the roof, microphone, it's cameras everywhere. So if you make like one mistake, you know, and growing up from DMV, you know not to fall, right? You know, if you went to middle school in our area in PG County, you don't fall. Like that's not something you want to do. So I'm just like.
And I mean, with that, since they have all these different cameras all over the place, do they give you the opportunity to see or approve what they choose to put out there? Like, say if you did happen to fall by mistake, or say if you happen to be like off, whatever, do they give you the opportunity to look at the stuff before they put out whatever they put out? No.
So in the contract, it clearly states we can use everything. Okay, and then they can even use things out of context. That's also so.
Oh my God!
Once you sign it, you agree to absolutely everything.
So I got a follow up to that. So you got comfortable.
Yeah.
When did you when did you on the stage of the show become an equal? Because you being comfortable by talking to one person is one step, but when did you get your footing in the show?
It was that same day. So what people do not realize, because when you watch it, the show's an hour. With that ad commercial, it might be 40 minutes. For us to shoot the mixer, it was 14 hours.
Woo! Oh my God.
It's 14 hours to shoot that one scene. Like, because they triple everybody in, you know, so you got to make your way and talk to absolutely everybody. So after I talked to April, and I'll be honest, I was drinking too. They got a lot.
Okay.
A whole lot of alcohol.
What? Set you up.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of alcohol. So that definitely helped calm me down. And I'm not a big drinker either, you know, which works in my benefit. So once I start, it's already hitting me, you know. So that definitely helped me get really calm and comfortable. And after April broke the ice, it was pretty much easy at that point.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I watched the show. I watched it from the beginning to the end, and you were quite the ladies' man. I mean, you know, like you were quite the ladies' man. You had a few ladies that were feeling and vibing with King Randall. We're gonna play a little clip so that our viewers can check this out.
Go for it, man.
Was the food that good?
I knew you were gonna ask that, and I'm gonna be totally honest with y'all because no one has really asked that question, right? So it's this clip, so that's good work right there. Go get a digital exclusive. I was nervous.
I know. I saw.
I'm sitting up there. Let's forget about the cameras. Now I got my ex. The one who's asking us questions is my ex-girlfriend. And I got 3 women talking about me. Now she got them complimenting me in front of all the cameras, and I'm like, oh, this is so awkward. I don't know what to do with my hands. You know what? Let me go ahead and eat the foods out here. I try to nod a couple times.
You were tearing that food up. The women were like pouring their hearts out, like, oh, he's this. And Randall was like, yo, this food is good.
That shit was hilarious. But I get it though.
And like you see how they got everybody's wine out there. Look at my wine glass. Right. I was already nervous coming into this. This is not a good situation. Like, why would they want my ex? I already got 3 women, right? Like,
yes,
and my ex up here too. This is crazy.
Yes.
So now let me ask that. So you didn't know, or you were told that prior, or you didn't know that they were gonna put that into the mix?
They told us. Honestly, I was very much opposed to that. It didn't make sense to me. Like, why would you do that? Like, it didn't make any sense. But me and Brittany, she was the only one that I felt like she can represent me totally. Because she knew me like when I was at the lowest of lows. Knows me differently than just about anyone. So I wanted to give the ladies the opportunity to ask somebody like some tough questions about me. So it's not all like hunky-dory, good. Right. Like, she knows everything. She's from Richmond, but she's been to Sea Pleasant. Like, right, you understand what I'm saying? Like, she seen me when I went to the hospital. I was in the hospital for a couple of months. They were trying to cut my leg off. She was there for that. So I wanted to give them an opportunity to ask some real questions because she ain't gonna lie, not for me.
Right.
So
right.
That's why she was there.
Definitely a good choice. Definitely a good choice.
Yeah. Because I mean, for the average person, that's just like, that would be so difficult. Like, to have an ex and then you have these 3 people in front of you that you're dating, or like, that would drive me crazy. So with that being said, how was it, being on the show and kind of being torn between the 3 women? Because there was Jamala, and then there was Kayla, and there was Trinika. So like, how was that? Like, I mean, we were talking about it and laughing about it prior to you coming on the show, as far as like people can date multiple people, and and that's fine. But as I know you've seen the movie How to Be a Player. When you put everybody in the same room together, baby, that's a whole different situation.
That's a whole different war right there.
So how was that?
How did it look?
Like stress.
Hey, whatever you seen, it was 10 times worse. Let's put it that way. Like, y'all got the watered down version. Like, this was extremely hard. Let me tell you about that. It was extremely hard, and I actually said that on the show. It's all fun and games. Everybody talk about, I got all these girls. Like, it's dope to have 3 women until you actually get it. You get 3 of them, you're in the same place at all times. Everybody talking, everybody sees you.
Yes.
Somebody else, they see it. Anybody touch your hand and rub it against you, somebody else sees it. And in the beginning, it's not as hard, but as time goes on and then emotions become involved, that's when everything gets real. So I went from being like, okay, this is fun, talking, to like, oh wow, they just put me in the pressure cooker. So that's the best way for me to describe that.
Man.
Yeah.
Like, I understand the struggle, man, but I wasn't even on TV in my past life. I wasn't even on TV in my past life. But
if I wasn't on TV, I don't think it would have been that hard, bro, to be honest with you, because in real life, like y'all just said, until you're in a relationship, I don't care who you are. Like, you're dealing with multiple people, even if you're just having conversation. If you're just texting someone else or anything along those lines, that has happened until you like, okay, it's time to let go of everybody. Like, this is my woman.
Right.
This is different. This is totally different. You know, I can't get away from nobody. You know, it's not even the point of even trying to do that.
Oh.
Right, but I'm using this. I'm going through the process. If you listen to my conversations, what they showed of it, because they kind of cut me a little bit. I'm not really mad at my cut, but they did take out a lot of my conversation. So they always have me saying like slick lines or things of that nature.
Right.
You know, but my conversation, I'm a conversationist. As you can see, I'm talking to y'all right now. They cut a lot of that out. So I wish it would have showed you a lot more, because it would have made more sense of like, why do I have 3 women that like me like this? You know.
Right. Yeah, you know, you got King in front of your name, but you sound humble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But a king is humble.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I got 2 questions on the tip of my tongue. One of them is, how has this changed you?
It's definitely made me grow in ways that I didn't expect. Because a lot of the things that happened in the show, like everything wasn't under my control, but a lot of it was. I came down here to be different, so I was open to talking to everyone, even when my feelings were initially with someone else. I still gave everybody a chance. You know. With that being said, what has changed most about me is understanding that I matter most. All right. If I'm not giving myself what I need, I can't give no one else what they need.
Yes.
It is who I am. I typically do that. I'm an energy ball. Like, people plug into me for energy, my profession. I'm in the fitness. I'm a lifestyle strategist, you know, so I'm always giving energy to someone else. But eventually, if I'm not giving to myself, I'm pouring from an empty glass, and I can't help no one. So like, that's the biggest take for me in this television show.
Stuff.
No, and you know what? And I picked that up from you, and that's why, like, I really wanted to bring you on the show and interview you, because, you know, out of majority of people that were on the show, like, I really felt like it was the experience really affected you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that a lot of people say that people do these types of finding love shows because they want to, you know, further their career, or they want to use that as an opportunity to say, hey, you know, I've been on the OWN network and further whatever it is that they're doing. I just kind of picked up the vibes that you genuinely was trying to find someone, but it was also an uncomfortable experience for you.
Yeah.
Do you feel like in you know, being in there and seeing it, do you feel like some of these shows are kind of like that, where, you know, some people really aren't there for love and they're just using this as an opportunity?
Yeah, for sure. There are people who come there for their own reasons, if it's business or what. And even if you're looking for love, there's still a sense of, you know, I'm going to be on national television, and this is actually good for my personal brand too. You know, so it just depends on what level evens out for what most people. I think what helped me most to be genuine is that I'm not from here. I've only been in Miami for a year.
Wow. Okay.
So I'm coming down here with a new thought process. All right, I need to be out. I need to network. I need to do things differently. I don't know anyone here. This is not like being at home. I can get on the phone. Okay, I'm at park. You know, there's none of that going on. You know, there's none of that going on here. So this is an opportunity to meet new people, you know, foster potential relationships, and also meet friends in my mindset. You know? As time goes on, obviously things come a little conflicted, and I start to notice like everybody don't have the same intention that you have. You know, for whatever reason that you're there, you know, it is what it is, but it does start to affect me as the show goes on.
Wow.
Like, I don't even understand how you did it, bro. I couldn't do it.
I don't either. I don't either.
Like,
Me either.
He's like, me either.
Like, the cameras, I probably wouldn't mind. Just the relationships that's being built during that time. I think that would be too much emotional weight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with you totally, and that's what really like laid heavy on me as the show goes on. It becomes to be a little much because I got everybody's emotions and mine now. Now I'm like, okay, you know, everyone is starting to maybe like click up a little bit in their perception of what they think should be happening. Everybody on this show has a different scenario. You understand what I'm saying? So everyone's experience with Ready to Love is not the same. Like, my experience and my perspective of what went on with my storyline is totally different from everyone else's.
No, and I could see that. I definitely could see that with you. So with you being into fitness and, you know, mind, body, spirit, soul, all of that, how did you detox from all of these different energies that you were dealing with on a regular basis? Because people don't understand that, you know, when you're around a bunch of different people, you're taking on different people's energies. And, you know, like it's really important to have some type of, you know, ritual that you do to release that. So how did you, what was your go-to when you needed to like recenter yourself?
First of all, I'm still recentering. Shows a lot, you know. But it was awesome. It was really it was just me getting back into my normal groove. Okay, so like my job is to provide for other people. You know, I want to bring value to other people's life. You know, so with that being said, I can't come out the house not in a good mood. You know, I need to figure out how I'm going to be at a 10 by the time I walk out the door. So it's about getting up early, no matter what or where I am. The first thing I say, I love to say that I get up at 3:45, 4 o'clock every day.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I do that on purpose though. Now that doesn't mean I'm doing anything at that time. You know, that's what people don't understand. They think they gotta get up.
Right.
The last minute to get up and get rid. That's not how you do it. That's not how you start your day. So what I do is I get up really early, and that's when I do my soft stuff. And I'm going to pray, I'm going to think, your meditation, all of that is really early. And you can do all that before you step foot out the bed. I keep a water bottle by me. I hydrate for an hour. Just sit there and just think about what's going on. But I need to be up for an hour because all of the negative energy or negative thoughts that I have, because I'm human just like anyone else, that needs to be taken care of nice and early. Now, by 5 o'clock, which really means, you know, 4:45, 4:50, I need to be at a 10, you know? So now I'm already listening to what I need to listen to. It might be Drake right now, you know? Little Baby last week, the Young Dolphs, like the stuff that's going to pick you up and give you energy where it feels like I'm going to walk through a wall. You understand what I'm saying? So
yes.
To turn the energy all the way up. Now, when I walk through the door and I see my first client at 5, I'm already in a good mood.
Yeah.
You know? So when she comes in and she's not feeling good, she's down, now I can give her what she needs to change her day because I'm going to be the start of her day. So I got to make sure I get up extra early.
I love
That's
it.
some good shit,
I
man.
love
You
it.
know
We gonna
what?
ring the bell for that. Yes. Woo!
Like
we are here for
like
that.
I've been telling myself this probably for a few months, or I'm gonna keep it at a few months. Like I really want to have that determination or that mindset. Like my mindset is always pleasant, is always eager, is always on the go, but I don't have that physical discipline. That physical discipline, you know, can lead you into a better mental place. So that's
100%.
that hour early, getting your whole self together before you go out into the world.
I love it.
Yeah, like that snooze is my worst enemy. If
Mine
I wait,
too.
like I wake up on the first alarm, I hit the snooze just because I'm already up. I can get up, but I just don't.
I know.
Like it'll be like, yeah, I'm going back to sleep.
It's a method to my madness though, because I do got that alarm that go off at 3:30. I hate that one.
Woo, I mean, the average person went
so
3:30.
I'm not that bad then. You the same.
No, we all see. That's what people, they try to make it seem like, you know, like the image is supposed to be superhuman, but no one's really superhuman. We're all the same. We all have the same emotions. You know, we're all triggered by different things. So to be quite honest with you, so I don't sound like a perfect person, no one wants to get up. That's what you need to say. No one wants to do that. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to wake up and then see all the lights off across the street. You know, like none of that stuff feels good. So this is just something like I heard Kobe say recently. I wish I would have said it first, but I used to think like it's a non-negotiable, right? Like when you do with yourself, it doesn't matter. You know, like I said I was going to do, so I'm going to do it. So I force myself to get up. It's the best way to say it, bro. I force it. You know, because I forced myself to do that, everything else falls in line.
And that's what it's about, you know, do it. So what we're going to do is I want to ask you one more question in regards to Ready to Love. And then I want to switch, gears with you. So it's like a two-parter.
Okay.
Are you still open for love? Are you still looking for love? And do you feel like you being on the show has made that any better, or it kind of like made it a little more difficult? Because now, and it's like before, if you were looking for love, you know, you were Randall looking for love. Now you're King Randall.
Goddamn it.
Oh, network, ready to love Miami.
Right.
So like you got all these different women all over the world. Like, hey boo, hey sexy, what's up, boo? So
I don't know. Like, I know when I was at home, I had a different perspective with dating, you know. So it was more so not having as much patience, if that makes sense. You know, as soon as you see something you don't like, these red flags are there, it's time to leave.
right.
That's how it really was at home. You know, it's so many women in that area. You know, high level women at that. Like DC is unmatched in my opinion. With that being said, when I move and I keep talking about change and doing things differently, during the process, I decided to go against that. Like, no, like we're not going to just run or leave at the first sign of something being wrong. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna work it out. We're gonna see what happens, you know. And doing that kind of like stressed me out, or what led me to be like torn because of a lot of things that was going on, and I wasn't doing what my gut was telling me to do, you know, in multiple ways. So I feel like I've grown into the point where I can like combine the two, you know, like be patient, see what I see, believe what I see, and decide what I need to do from there, you know. You know, with that being said, I will admit, like social media has been crazy since doing the
okay. We're sure about that.
Don't fake.
We're sure.
Yeah. It's been crazy, but I'm not necessarily looking. Like I'm kind of pouring more energy back into myself, and my craft, and what happens. You know, I still do talk to Jamala. You know, so you know, who knows what's going to happen in the future.
Okay. I'm here for you.
I was waiting on that name drop. I was waiting on.
I wasn't gonna ask, but you know, I'm happy that you know.
I figure I just do it. I drop it for once. I have to say.
I appreciate it. We didn't want to be all up in your business too much.
I appreciate that.
You know, I watched the reunion and everything. I had some reunion questions, but you know, you said what we needed to know. So switching gears, you have so much other things going on besides Ready to Love. You know, there is so much more about Randall. So, I mean, you're into fitness, you're into health, all that good stuff. Let us know about that. So what's going on with everything with the fitness? You do the training and all of that. Let us know about that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I do pretty much everything. I call myself a high performance lifestyle strategist. Okay, so that it opens up the world a lot more than just a personal trainer. You know what I'm saying? Anyone can like put together a collection of movements to help you come to some type of conclusion, if it's losing weight or, you know, building strength. You know, now that doesn't necessarily be the right way, but anyone can do that, right? So I try to take it a step further. And I'm really big on mindset. If you pay attention to everything that I've been talking about since we've been on the show, really big on mindset. My goal is to understand a person and figure out what their emotional trigger is, so I can help increase their motivation. You know, I want them to have the same want that I have. You know, I don't want to force you to do anything.
Wow.
You know, I want you to be able to be on the 10. You want to walk through the wall. When it's time to lift this weight, you want to lift this weight. And the best way to do that is to understand the person throughout everything, like what they're eating, how much sleep they're getting, what is stressing them out, you know, what's going on with their family, what issues are you having throughout the day. It's a lot more than just personal training. It's more of a whole lifestyle. You know, I'm trying to pick your brain. I'm trying to help you, give you advice when it's needed. You know, sometimes you need a person that you can vent to. You know, the psychological aspect of a person is what's going to help you find that emotional trigger. And that's what I'm looking for, just so I can help you. I need to fill in the holes that you have, but for me to understand where that is, I have to pay you a lot of attention.
Yeah.
Like you sound pretty much like a psychologist.
Yeah.
You just help with the physical too, but in order to open up the physical, you got to open up the mental.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You hit it right on the nail. Your body does what the mind tells it to.
Right.
Me being an athlete all my life, coach has been drilling this in my head for a long period of time. And it took for me to like sit down and start reading to understand what they were telling me. Because, you know, coaches don't give you the why, you know. They just tell you to do it. I said so. You know, like I said, do this, so do it. But now, like, taking the time to invest in myself and read and get better at my craft and take courses in school or what have you, I understand that every person is different. Like you two sitting there, you both need two different things. That two different things is going to motivate you. You know, like it's two different things bringing you down. So I need to figure that out before I can help you. And then after we get you here and your mental, once we get your mind right, you can do anything. Do absolutely anything once you believe it.
Okay, King Randall. Okay. No, but you know what? It's so true because I watch 600-Pound Life all the time, and I watch it because it's my motivation to keep my shit together. Because I don't ever want to be nobody, not even 600. I don't ever want to be like any of that. But I know that when I watch that show, you know, sometimes before they even get the weight loss surgery, they will go see a psychiatrist. They will go see someone to talk about, and majority of, you know, their weight gain and their weight issues are always based off of some type of trauma that happened in their childhood or that happened in their adulthood, and they haven't healed, and they have this, you know, they literally replaced what happened in their lives with food. You understand what I'm saying? So like, what you're saying is absolutely 100% correct. Like it literally, they're tied together. And a lot of times when people decide to get in the gym, they're like, okay, I want to work out. I want to lose weight. But they don't realize, like, sometimes, you know, like a lot of times it's also mental, because I work out at least 6 days a week. I really enjoy it. But there are days where like I have to have my mental to push me, because physically I don't feel like it. I don't want to. It's the mental that says, okay, we got to do this. We got to make it happen. But if you don't have that mental going on, if it's not a relationship between the mental and the physical, then sometimes that's the breakdown.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I love it.
Correct. Yeah.
Definitely. So listen, we have had so much fun with you tonight.
Yes, sir.
We have.
Yes, sir.
Can you let us know? Is there any more plans to see King Randall on television anymore, or?
Not yet.
Again.
I plan on working on it. Let's put it that way. After going through it, I'm definitely trying to be active and doing something else. Now, with that being said, I don't think you're gonna see me do another dating show.
That's what's up.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah, but I'm trying. Maybe something like the challenge. I actually I'm trying to apply there, so we'll see what comes up next. But I'm definitely looking for it.
And you are we calling Miami home, or
for at least another year, at least? You know, DC home.
You seem like you might be ready to like make your way back home, or like you just, you know.
No. DC will always be home. I still fly back and forth, you know. So that's always gonna be. There's no place like it, in my opinion.
It's not. Yeah. You visit Miami, but this is home.
Let me ask you something. So if you leave Miami, two choices on the table.
All right.
LA or DC?
Right,
exactly. We know you love home, though, bro. We know you love home, though.
But I love home, but there's some opportunity in LA I might gotta look at, you know.
It is totally a different situation. Well, listen, let the Miss O Show listeners know how they can follow you, so they can know when they're going to see you on television again, and how they can, you know, if they want, you know, training, or I know you do everything. So if they want to talk to you and get their self together, their mental right, their physical right, how can people follow you and all that good stuff?
First of all, let's do Instagram, which you have up for me right here. I can't even do this wrong. Twitter and Instagram will be King Randall 31. Okay, you can follow me there, and please do follow. The content will be changing. I'm gonna give you a more in-depth look at my daily life, and then speak more on things that I've actually went through, and actually give you more information and insight on how you can conquer your goals. Okay, so a lot of that is coming. YouTube will be RE Scott 31. And that's it. As far as training, you can contact me on Instagram or email me at randysavagetrains@gmail.com. I do absolutely everything, even if you're not in the area. We can talk about consulting. Like, we do consulting on days. I offer that. Digital training, we can do that, especially if you have a gym nearby. We can do something virtual classes. I'm getting that together for you right now. And I already spoke about the consultation. Am I missing anything? Oh, programming. That's the next thing. Some people may want to work out on their own. You're not near me. You need a program. I can sit down, have a consultation with you. We talk about your goals, what you want to accomplish. I'll create a program depending on how many days you want to work out that week. I'll do check-ins, call-ins, things of that nature, send you daily motivation. I do have a package for that also.
I love it. I love it. Listen, King Randall is going to get you together, okay? Because we going in 2023 looking all fine, fly, sexy, good, all that good stuff, okay?
I'm gonna need like one of them free trial joints.
Oh, good. That be our people that want some free shit. It's been a long
time.
I was going to say it, but you said it.
Lord.
You know niggas in DC don't work out.
Our people always want some Our people always want something free. Oh my God. But again, thank you so very much for joining us, Randall. It has been fun. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
I definitely did. I appreciate this. Y'all gave me so positive energy tonight. So I want to thank both of you for it.
I love it. And before you leave, I'm going to just need you to let the people know that you have been rocking with the Miss O Show. Please, can you give us the drop?
I'm definitely rocking with the Miss O Show.
There you go. There you go.
We're going to make that a drop. Y'all going to hear that. That's going to be a drop on the Miss O Show.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
Again, thank you so very much, Randall, and we will definitely keep up with you. And when you're back in the city, you got to come check us out. You got to come in the studio.
Live.
Oh, I would love that, actually.
Yeah, you family, you got to come in the studio, and then we can do some workout out in here. We got to get swinging, lifting some weight.
Dude, one thing I'm not gonna do is 10 push-ups. Yeah. Do no goddamn planks.
We gotta get swinging, lifting some weights. But again, thank you so much, Randall. We wish you so much love and light. We truly appreciate you. Everybody tuning in, we're going to take a very quick break, and then we will be back. We are live on the Miss